Hi there, guys. This is Vinney Chopra. As you have been watching my podcast almost every day, and also my Abundance Mindset show, 9 a.m. Pacific, every Thursday morning with Brother Walter, and then my Vinney and Bo show on Fridays at 9 a.m. every week. And then, of course, YouTube channel and LinkedIn and Twitter and Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, all that. I've got a great guest here today. Phillip is here. Phillip Winston. Hi, Phillip.
Hello, Vinney. Good to meet you. Glad to be on your program.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's such a pleasure because, I've been sending all these vibes or, I believe in law of attraction. So when I turn 65, I'll be 71 this year over there in August. So I just changed my focus. I've been buying multifamily for last so many years, up to $800 million worth, close to a billion. And then I started building also because seniors, 10,000 baby boomers are turning, every night, 65 every night. And about 4,000, I saw the statistic, they are turning 75, every night. So you and I are in the right business. So I'm going to dig into it. Like I said, I'm not in residential, senior assisted livings and memory care. I build it ground up and I build about, let's say 88 to 94 units. But the one in Scottsdale will be doing 100, beds actually. And we have a permit to build another 30. So we'll be at about 130, beds there. But please tell us your superpower and how you got into this business and so on, please.
Sure. Vinney. So you and I go hand in hand with what you do. You are the product. You are the care that they're going to move into. And before they move into your independent living, the 130 bed, when they move in there, the thing that they're going to need to do first, for most actually, is they're most likely going to sell the house that they live in currently.
Yep.
Unlock that equity. They're going to unlock their equity to pay for your care. And
yes.
Only about 5% of Americans, Vinney, can just write the check out of their checking account. The other 95% you have to sell an asset normally to pay for care. And so I step in and we buy mom's house, their current home, their residential house, so that can unlock their equity to pay for a company or a business like what you're building that you have. And you said you own multifamily and you saw the writing on the wall that, hey, these multifamily are these same people are going to be moving into independent and assisted and memory care. Like you're getting in, you're seeing around the corner. And that's what I did too. I've been in real estate for 25 years. Back in 2011, I started working in senior living saying, hey, these people really need to sell. For me, I'm looking for people that have motivation. They have the clearest motivation. And I actually, independent is one thing, but assisted living and higher, the motivation gets stronger and stronger and stronger when they're being told by a doctor they have to move. Where independent living is more of like a lifestyle change. Assisted living higher is more being forced upon them.
It's a need driven. You're so right, brother. Yeah, it's need driven. Out of the 23 or 30, ADLs, if they even cannot do 4 or 3, they have to move into an assisted living. And then, of course, dementia and the memory care, So that's why we always do, assisted senior living plus memory care always in our buildings. And even in Scottsdale, we're going to have a doctor office there. We're going to have hospice. We have our own business of hospice also. So, that kind of thing. So, So what you're saying is then you are able to contact these seniors, and usually it's their, son or daughter who really are looking out for them, right? So what's the process? How does it start? Going to take us from A to Z.
Yeah. So daughter Judy, I call her. Daughter Judy is probably 65 years old, and she's dealing with her 85-year-old mother who just fell. She's going to have a hip surgery. It's usually a sudden occurrence. And this time the doctor said, hey, mom's going to live, but in 3 weeks when she gets out of rehab, she can't live on her own anymore. So instantly there's this scramble for the adult children to figure out where mom's going to live. And so is she going to live by you, Vinney? Is she going to live by me? Is she going to live by where she lives now? What level of care does she need? And so we start working with placement agents and elder care attorneys and the communities themselves, trying to get really good advice really quickly. And of course, the American way, you said the word Scottsdale. I could only imagine what memory care in Scottsdale costs, right? It's probably $10 a month.
10,000. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So think about right now, guys, if you found out, you're listening to this, that you found out your mom needed to move to that, does she have $10,000 a month to pay for it? Most Americans do not. They're going to need to sell an asset, namely mom's house. And so the adult children in that time when they're trying to figure out how they're going to do this, the adult children don't want to pay the difference between her pension and that money per month very long unless they're very affluent, right? And even if they are, does that fall on just one of the brothers or sisters that's the most affluent? It's not fair. They've said very quickly, we need to sell mom's house. And so we are in the senior living sales process. We don't need to get too technical, but I will be in the CRMs that you guys use as a button you push to say, talk to mom's house. I'll give you a no obligation offer on the house and the stuff. I don't know, David A. Smith, he's a thought leader in senior living. And he wrote this book called It's About Time. And one of my favorite things he talks about was the three things that senior living communities care about, which was converting more prospects into moving in, giving less discounts to move those people in. And the third one is lengthening the sales or the stay. How can they lengthen the stay? Because your senior living is no different than a multifamily. They only stay for so long. It's more truncated with senior living. So those three things. And I knew I fixed at least one or two of those, but I realized I actually fixed all three because I can move people in 3 weeks, where if they go down the journey of rehabbing the house and cleaning the house out, that could take 6 months. And in your world, that 6 months is a big deal to your bottom line.
Huge.
Why would you ever give someone a discount? Because they'll probably say to you, Vinney, I want to move into your beautiful community, but I haven't sold my house yet. I don't know how much money I'll have. And you say, I might give you a discount to incentivize you moving in. If they have their house sold, now you don't have to give the discount. They have their bag of cash ready to go because those people have a lot of equity. Boomers and their parents, by the way, they have $10 trillion in equity. I don't even know how many zeros are in trillion, but it's a lot. And then increasing the length of stay. How do you increase the length of stay? Unfortunately, in senior living, we can't increase the back end, if you know what I'm saying. You can only fix the front end. And instead of spending that 3 to 6 months to get the house ready and on the market in this uncertain real estate market, all of a sudden, with mom's house, they come in, they get my offer, they make their decision, they can move in a few weeks.
So do you do an appraisal? I have a good question. I'm sure audience wants to know. I mean, you're a cash buyer from what I understand. So are you preying on, them getting a quick deal? And then you're going to take over the house and sell it later on. You'll do renovations or something. So your profits will be made kind of like a wholesaler, right? You buy their home, you give them cash.
We're willing to do the thing that they're not willing to do. Or I would even say it a different way. We're willing to do the thing that they're not prepared to do. I use if you guys want to write this down, Google cost versus value guide. The cost versus value guide has been around for over 20 years. So you could literally go to Scottsdale. You could pinpoint right down to Scottsdale, and you could see that the average deck cost $15,000 in Scottsdale. How much value does that give the family? You want to take a guess? If you put a $15,000, if it cost you $15,000, how much value did you add to the house, Vinney? You want to guess?
Oh, I don't know, brother. Is it 3 times? I mean, the value, I'm not in single family, but it's like, if you do the kitchen, if you do the bathrooms, the values go way higher than you do other things. You go ahead. You tell me.
No, I love it. I love it. What you just said is what people think, Vinney, and it's not. It's about 60 cents on the dollar. So a $15,000 deck gives you about $8,000 in value. And every single one of those items are that way. And so the family, why are you and I in business? Is because we can do that deck for less. We're professional real estate people. We do this at scale. I can only imagine how cheaply, and I should say, more efficiently you should do, not cheaply. That's not the right word. You're in this business at scale. I can tear a bathroom out and put a new bathroom in. In the average for the United States, it costs about $24,000 for one bathroom. That's the cost. The value it gives the family is about $13,000. And so very quickly they go, hold on. Why would I spend any money? And that's the point. I can do a new bathroom for $5,000 or $6,000, not 24. I can offer them the same than they were going to net anyway with none of the hassle. And in this world, Vinney, if you can make the same with no hassle, people say yes.
Sure. Totally. And the time is the big factor too. right? Philip, they need the money, they need to move. Like you said, 6 months it might take them, and who knows if they will get a good offer or not. I mean, who knows? Yeah, where they are. So what you do then is your mom's house is all over USA, from what I understand, and you're in different communities, and then the 65-year Judy, daughter Judy, clicks on the link and she says, my mom or dad need to be, into the thing. I'll just say that in the Zoom. Yeah. Yeah. So no, I see your point, brother. I will like to show, I know my community has really been wanting to share, what I build and what I do and all that. So if you don't mind, if you'll just bear with me a couple of minutes. So this is what I built.
Punta Gorda. My parents live in Punta Gorda.
No way. Oh,
they do.
My
they just
God.
moved there about a year ago. So my parents are. That's
hold on.
What a beautiful building.
My gosh. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
32 of these. 32.
Gorda features the only 66,000 square foot one-story facility in the area. At Hampton Manor of Punta Gorda, our residents get the daily support they need while remaining as independent as possible. We extend our highest level of service of value and quality. Everything you were looking for in an assisted living community. All award-winning meals are created and served restaurant style at our facility. Our stylish beauty salon will have you looking glamorous in no time and in the know. Our luxurious spot allows you a tranquil place to unwind and distress. Our beautiful, elegant private dining room. With 3 gorgeous garden courtyards, residents can enjoy a game of putt-putt golf.
We like the seniors to even plant their vegetables.
Residents
flowers,
can also enjoy our beautiful
get
in-ground
more
swimming
active,
pool.
just like the community, like their home.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You picked Punta Gorda for a reason, probably the same thing.
Oh, yeah. I built in Cape Coral, brother.
Enjoy
then
time
17 miles
socializing at
away
our
in
coffee
Punta Gorda.
bistro.
I'm just building right now in
The club
Palm
room
Bay,
is designed for some
Bering
party
Island,
or
just
card
opened,
games.
last week. And then we are doing several locations, Ocala, Venice, you name it. We are all over.
Long areas. Are you in Naples yet?
Naples, I think. I'm not
The
sure.
Modern Theater invites you to indulge your senses in a delicious bag of popcorn and
beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'll tell you how much I charge. You would not believe it.
Let's hear it.
Oh my God. You're not going to believe it. I'll tell you right now. All this comes everything plus meals, plus caregiving, plus transportation. We have our own, van, right? And then we have nurse on those things, chef, deputy chef, business director, exercise director, everybody, right? And executive. We get vertically aligned. And we charge $3,800 per month, brother.
That's a great number.
3,800 plus maybe
areas are invited and our staff will be here to ensure your loved ones receive the very best care.
Memory care probably is
Hampton Manor
5
of Punta
at the
Gorda.
maximum 5.
Let us be the writers of the next happy chapter of your life.
It's just amazing because we build it from scratch. See, that's the beauty of it, right? So I stop it right there, bro. So essentially, what we are doing is we are building them. We have built 37 of these so far. And then we're going to be building more. But now I'm finding, the permits are getting harder to get. I mean, financing after COVID is kind of hard, blah, blah, blah. So I said to my another partner who we have $100 million fund right now that we are raising money. It's a 506C. So I can talk about it. I can talk to my audience. I can talk to accredited investors only. And we give 16 to 20% per year returns.
Wow.
And like at 100,000, it's this much. At 125, 250, 500 and a million. At million, we are giving them 12% preferred cash on cash.
Wow.
25% per year. What?
That's amazing. And people are looking for those kinds of investments. And guys, at those prices, I mean, you should stay full all the time.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
you should. And I'm a tool that helps. I'll tell you a story I think you'll like.
Yeah.
I was at a conference called SLIF, and I was in the Bahamas, and the CEO of Margaritaville, which is kind of it's single family, but it's kind of leaning that way. He has 5,000 units, and he said he wishes he would have built 10,000. He said, my biggest problem is not leasing or selling my units. It's them selling their houses back up north. And I just sit there in my chair, Vinney. I go, yay, mom's house. You know what I mean? I'm a solution for this. Yes. We take away that pain point because they want to move into your communities. But in that moment when you have to make that decision, you want something to go easy because it's a hard decision. This is very traumatic on families.
Beautiful, beautiful. So you're able to then not only solve the situation or challenge. So now you also then bring those residents and place them into facilities like mine. How much do you charge to place them?
I work with the placement agency industry. So we have national contracts with all of them, except for the biggest one. I'll leave their name out of it. But we have national contracts with almost all the placement agencies. And so I look at it as a three-legged stool, Vinney. I look at placement as a really good sales team for senior living. I look at they need to do something with the house and they need to do something with the stuff. And so that we can fix those three things, you're going to get move-ins a lot quicker.
Beautiful, beautiful. No, that's excellent, excellent. I know we have like my Hampton Manor brand where we do the SEOs and everything. And, then people come there. And then, of course, we have leasing, sometimes even two leasing people who are very savvy. I hire best of the best in that area who have this assisted living and memory care experience. And they have all these different doctors and rehab centers and all the different places, where they are able to, and they do events and, we invest a lot in marketing and everything.
Yeah.
So that,
the placement agency business I'm fascinated by in general. I know it's a necessary evil for what you guys do, but I feel like the industry, you need to get good at SEO for your own buildings. And you have a big enough footprint to where you can invest some to do that, where a lot of the mom and pops that have one community can't compete. And so I think the placement agency industry is going to go through a lot of changes over the next few years. And I think we'll be a big part of that. I also think there's going to be some awareness that's going to happen in our industry, or I should say transparency. I love the fact that you told me your pricing. And a lot of people hide their pricing. They don't want to out there. And let's say I'm a son and I want to move my mom who's in Punta Gorda. I wanted to move her into Vinney's community. Well, how do I buy something if I don't know what it costs, right? How do I put a value on it? And they hide. And Mom's House is creating a letter score for every community on a lot of things. And so that letter score, we're going to have transparency newsletters that come out to everyone, so that way they can keep track of it. About what's going on with their mom or their dad, whoever's living in the community. And so I'm excited to be a big part. I started off as a real estate guy, and I realized what I'm doing is these really big things to help this really hard time in their life. Anyone that's listening, Vinney talked about his investment fund. This is a great place to put your money because our own government doesn't know what to do with the silver tsunami.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in Florida, what a smart place to be, right? That's where everybody's moving. Like so many people are moving there. My own parents are living in the town where you built one. They're moving down there, and this is a great investment for the next 15 to 20 years. So that's not a short amount of time. This is a huge window of these boomers and their parents. It's happening right now. Big opportunity.
I totally agree with you, brother. Totally agree with you. I was just going to see, I don't know if I have that open or not. I would love to kind of share again. I think my main idea about right now, my mission is to teach so many people in America, what's out there. There are 33% are very, very old assisted livings in this country, a dungeon. They are just, smelly and all that. And my partner and I and my new partner now, we are just ready. We don't want to make money. We'll make money, brother. I built these beautiful places that you just guys saw for $16 million, all inclusive. And when I do it, 90% occupancy, they're worth 27 million.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
At that price, at that 3,800, brother. If I charge 6,500,
oh my gosh,
the value goes to 34 million.
Yeah.
Doubling the money in 3 years, doubling the value. So it's just mind-boggling. And I'm on a crusade to really build $2 billion. I've been saying that for about 2 years now, $2 billion constructions. And it's going to happen. It's going to totally happen because I really believe in law of attraction, positivity, and everything. I came into this country with $7 in my pocket. I'm a mechanical engineer. I don't know if you know. And I just started buying real estate, single family, but then got into syndication world, pooling the money together. I've raised over 222 million so far.
Wow.
My investors, they can give me 1,500,000 just like that if I have a good package,
Sure.
Yeah.
You're on a great mission, and what a commendable thing to do. Our country needs help with this, so I'm glad you built it.
Thank you. No, and you are doing excellent job. I know you said that Daku signed something, and I'll look into it. So, like in Arizona, you'll be able to place through a placement agency. See, when I went there, I was talking to the placement agency, and she's got 8, I think, reps in Scottsdale itself, brother. And my executive director, they are very good friends like this. So we put them out and built relationships. In one day, we got 10 placements.
Wow.
We're not even converted yet.
Yeah. And Vinney, I'm going to tell you something about placement agents. We love them. The word placement agent, they get paid when they place someone in your community.
Yes.
The thing that stops them from getting moved in is they don't have the money ready yet until they sell the house. So placement agents love us, and you love us because we unlock that equity. So now they can show up with not a problem, but a bag of cash ready to pay.
Totally, brother. Totally.
We're a lubricant for your industry.
I love it. And, we made a decision, my partner and I, we're going to have 3 years. They have to do financial due diligence where they will show us for next 3 years where the money is coming from. So they have to check all the boxes.
I want to blow your mind right now. You said your average cost is 38. Can I use the 3,800?
Yes, sir. Yeah, 4,000.
3,800. Watch this times 36. It's 136,000.
Yes.
So the average house in the United States is like 255 is the median. But if I'm going to buy it, because it has work and needs, I'm probably going to buy it for 160, 170. When I write them that check for 170, they have Vinney's money for the next 3 years. And guess what? They're so excited to move that family in because you can't let someone broke move into your community. I unlock their equity so they can move into your community.
I love it. No, it's a very, very valid, niche that you are in, and very exciting to meet you today. And, we can see how maybe we could partner, together and so on.
I'm free for you, Vinney. There's no cost to me. I'm a baseball guy from St. Louis.
I know. I read your bio.
Just give me my at-bats. Let me try to help your family. And we come from a mindset of, even if I don't buy the house, we're going to leave them in a better condition than we found them. I'm going to get them my gold buyers. I'm going to get them my downsizing people. I'm going to do whatever because there's so much there's so much pain in all the stuff that we help them even if we don't buy the house. Like, we provide value to your people.
I love that, brother. I want to ask you, that's your 4K camera with Nexigo up there, webcam, or which one you have? You don't
have a live person in your studio filming you at all times like I do?
I do it myself. I have my people, but they're not here. Guess what? I'm not even here. I'm in Mexico.
Vinney, I'll buy you one of those. They're called Lumina, and it reads you the whole time. And I like it. I do so much podcasting that keeps the attention.
Yes, I love it. Lumina, I bought the one in my office. I do have that. And that is, it's called Nexigo, Nexigo. It's got artificial intelligence in it. So it moves, not in this one, because this is the laptop, for.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, you're down in Mexico, so you probably didn't bring that with you.
No, it's been such a pleasure, brother. So how can people reach you? And any last comments that you can bang on, you say, this is your mission. This is your, one thing I tell my investors is that by sleeping really good at nighttime, when they invest that money, $1 million or 500,000, or I only take 250, 500, or, well, no, we do have 100 also. So, they get 8% cash on cash return for my 100,000. For 250, they get 9 per year. Plus at 500,000, they get 10, and then at $1 million they get 12%, plus the upside, brother. So total, we are looking at about 20 to 25% average returns per year.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And I can talk about it. It's for only investors, accredited investors only. Yeah. I can advertise. I can talk about it. I teach syndication. I have a book on the online, Amazon top seller, apartment syndication made easy, blah, blah. So what's your, last comments, brother? Yeah.
Yeah. So anyone listening today that says, man, I would love to be in that cycle of helping those families move, to be able to buy houses. If you need a rental, if you're building a rental portfolio, you want to buy houses and you want to learn more about what Mom's House does, just go to momshouse.com /Vinney, Vinney, momshouse.com/Vinney, Vinney. And I'd love to talk to you. This is really good for investors who have a heart, and it's not good for investors who don't.
Awesome. And, so nice to meet you. And again, God bless you. You're in St. Louis. I might be coming there. I want to build, actually. We are building right now Hampton Manors in St. Louis, in Kansas City, all over the place.
Where in St. Louis?
I know. Just Google. You'll find out.
Manors. I will look it up.
We're going into Texas. We are going all over. I mean, watch out. And then in Arizona and Bend, Oregon and all, I've got a new company now with my new partner. We'll be converting hotel suites into, assisted senior living, because there is such a big demand. I just can't wait for 3 years, which I've been doing now to get seniors into my facility. I want to get them in by 9 months. I want to convert quickly and then bring them in the best product, and then, give them what they really deserve. The biggest thing is I'm not for money. I mean, I don't need to make any dime whatsoever, but it's just that my passion. I'll be 71 in August, but my next 10 years, I want to sit just like this and vacation all over the world, and then just be, building lots and lots of senior assisted livings and hotels. I've gotten into hotels big times. I've got 38 hotels in the pipeline right now, and it's going to be mind-boggling, from Hiltons to, Hilton, IHGs, and the Hyatts and Marriotts. I only build the best of the best with my partner.
Yeah, sounds like it. Great to meet you, Vinney. I'm excited to be on your program. It sounds like we have a lot of synergy. So I'm glad. I hope people got value today. Senior living is a phenomenal industry, guys, and you should be a part of it.
Totally. Thank you, Phillip. Thank you. Hey, guys, if you really, really like this episode, please share it with other people. Go ahead and give us 5-star reviews or iTunes. This is going to be put into every channel. As you know, my teams are working day and night, full time, editing them and putting them all together. Again, I'll see you next episode of this show. We'll see you again. Thank you so much. Thank you, Phillip, brother.
Thank you.